It's 6:19 right now. And you know what? The weekend is upon us. We're actually kind of thankful
Yes.
that this
Can
week is starting to
exhale a
end
little
up
bit.
in our rearview mirror. But something fun to do on this summer. You might want to go to the beach. Balboa Island in Newport Beach is waiting for you.
Yeah, there's plenty of fun stuff to do for kids of all ages.
Eyewitness News reporter Leslie Lopez live from Balboa Island and has more. I hope there's ice cream involved, Leslie.
There's ice cream, there's donuts, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of everything. We're here on Balboa Island, and we're right now at Dad's Original Balboa Bar. And looking over there, there's Original Frozen Banana. Now, these are two competing stands for frozen bananas. And with me this morning is Brian. Good morning, Brian. So what do we have here? We have a frozen banana. How does this work?
First time we have to dip the chocolate.
All right.
And you have to choose your own topping.
All right.
Here we're gonna roll for the.
Let's go the banana, and then let's go with the sprinkles, because that will be beautiful and colorful. And then over here this morning as well, we're going to be talking to Carolyn Clark. She's a wonderful, she's almost like a historian, but she does tours around Balboa Island. Good morning to you, Carolyn.
Good morning.
So this is quite incredible. Look at how beautiful that banana is. They do such a good job here, but this particular shop has been around forever.
Almost 100 years. In fact, the entire Ireland just celebrated its centennial.
Unbelievable.
So this is sweet small town America, and most of the merchants and the shops have been maintained through generations of the same families. It's wonderful, safe, family-oriented environment. You always have a good time on Balboa Island.
And there's a Ferris wheel. There's a lot to do here. There's a fun zone.
Walk along the harbor front, and you'll get down and you'll see the fun zone. And to get there from Balboa Island, you have to get on the Balboa Ferry, which is way too much fun and been operating since 1919 and still owned by the same family, the Beak family.
Unbelievable.
And each little ferry barge holds 3 automobiles, all of 3, and the surfers with their surfboards and bikes.
Amazing. Well, it's beautiful here.
It's hard not to have a good time
No kidding.
on Balboa Island.
You know, here we are at Balboa Island, of course, one of the summertime hot spots, and we have our frozen banana, which we'll take with. I know, Philip Palmer, you're asking for one, so we'll see how well this holds up. But I don't have. I guess I won't make any promises.
And that's okay. I will say this. You have enticed me. Because Leslie was telling me, Bree was talking about the frozen bananas. I wasn't there, maybe. When he put that in the toppings and the sprinkles,
We saw the
you won me over.
process. You got excited.
I did. So thank you,
Isn't it
Leslie.
amazing?
Thank you.
It is kind of.
I wouldn't go
it's kinda
sprinkles. I'd go
beautiful.
with
Happy
the
summer,
I go with the
guys.
nuts.
Yeah. All right,
But
thank
hey,
you.
You ready?
Ready?
There you go. There's the chocolate.
Different chocolate and roll on topping.
We're proud supporters of the Balboa Bar.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Do you want to grab it,
All
sweetie?
right. Thank
Grab it with your hand. You want to take a bite? That'll be it.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Have a great day.
Can you give Ollie a bite? Okay, hold it out for Ollie. Real estate broker on Balboa Island.
Tell me about Balboa Island.
This is by far my favorite community in the harbor. There's about 1,400 lots on 3 islands, which comprise Balboa Island. It's just a fun place for the harbor lifestyle.
What makes this place so I guess so friendly? What?
You know, that's a good question. I've been out here 14 years since I moved from Wisconsin, and it's just something unique about this community. The doors will be open, people will hang around and talk to you and say hi. It really stands out as a community in Newport.
And what are some of the things people should do when they're out here?
I think when you're here, you absolutely got to get a Balboa bar, so you're going to have to do that today. You can't visit the island and not have a Balboa bar. Another thing you got to do when you're here is ride the Balboa Island ferry. Head over to the fun zone and ride the Ferris wheel, play some arcade games with the kids. That's always a great time. On the island, you know, it's all about location, location, location. On the bay fronts, you're going to see prices range from $4 to $8 million. Interior lots, new construction will be about $3.5 million. Dirt value, so a tear down is still going to be $1.7 million.
Well, that's not bad.
No.
For this beautiful area.
No, so definitely a great location.
Okay, and a good place to raise kids, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. People love coming back here with their grandkids, raising their own kids here.
I'm the museum director.
Okay, tell me how long this museum's been here.
We started as an organization in 2000 and established this new site 5 years ago. So now we've been operating it through Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 4. We have open tours. Tuesday through Sunday, our gift shop's open. That's over a year old. And so now we have a chance to invite the public in who's visiting the area perhaps for the first time and have a lot of walk-ins.
Why do you feel like it's important to have this museum here and open?
It's integral for any community to preserve the past so that they can remember who they are and start making a plan for the future. And so we feel gifted that 15 years ago people started doing that, and now we can create a new history with our new programming. But we're reflecting on over 110 years of existence, established in 1906 by Collins. We were annexed into the city of Newport Beach in 1916. So this year is a major celebration that we made it. So that's not always true for some communities, but this is a year that we set aside to think about the past, and so the museum's been playing a role in part with that.
Why is Balboa Island so special?
People explain it as a feeling going over the bridge. It's a safe place, it's a place of a lot of joys, a lot of shared memories. It means a lot of different things for a lot of people, but mainly it's just been a place of bliss. The beaches are really calm, and it's just created this kind of an isolated feeling in Newport Beach along the boardwalk. So a lot of neat merchants, a lot of mom and pop places, privately owned. So you really connect with the community as soon as you step onto the island, which are actually man-made because they're dredged out. So it's always a profound feeling that we've created our own history in a sense. So it started by making an area that was inhabitable, fun, and a good place to hang out. This is a 1947 house. Raleigh Pulaski grew up here as an adolescent. He studied he did drafting in high school, and he ended up designing, and this house was built after his renderings. He's now an architect. We moved here 5 years ago. The Historic Society started in 2000. Our old site was near the ferry, so we're very excited about this new home that showcases all the change over time. Our main components are introducing the community to the history of Newport Beach, starting with the early developers, Native American history, the Santa Ana River, which gave this area life. We transitioned to W.S. Collins through the second display with the birth of the island. He was the visionary who saw that there was value to this wasteland that the LA Times had called it. In its early years, it was just swamp, and he was the man who commissioned the dredging of the island in 1905 through 1907, and we have a dredging boat pictured here in this panoramic, 1918. He was grandiose in his lifestyle, lived on a private island called Collins Island, and this castle was fit for a king for the time he did reign, until 1915. He was brilliant in the fact that he brought the red car down here. Most of our residents traveled from LA to the area via this very efficient system. Most were from Pasadena. Collins was able to sell them a very inexpensive lot. We have seen early advertisements in the ferry display for $250 and around $600 at the time. Just it varied based on the Depression and war years. But ideally, he had this beautiful Riviera, and gondola rides went throughout, and he wanted to invite his community into this luxurious lifestyle. Wanted to build a casino, never happened. Unfortunately, his ideas of grandeur came crumbling down by 1915. He lost his company, his fortune, and we had a transition to new leadership. And the Beek family, Joseph Beek was his salesman. He takes leadership role. We then have a new organization formed from a new group of people. The association is established. The lifestyle that Collins had promised was actually made. You have a water tower, you have electricity, plumbing, things that would make this area actually a nice place to live. So this is an early panoramic, so you can see some early beach cottages. It wasn't meant to be year round initially, so you can see seasonal tents. Most people are only here for the summers, would go back to their main home in primarily LA until the war years. So World War II happens, there's a shortage of housing, El Toro base. They find comfort in living here, and after the war, people just stay. It's year round. They establish this community, Marine Avenue just takes off. We have entrepreneurs who were here already, such as the Hershey family, who established an early market. They were German immigrants and really personified the American dream. They worked there initially, they buy the lot. It goes through a series of name changes, but nonetheless, it's now still bearing its name, the Hershey's Market, with the new group managing it. So it's amazing. We have just a quaint community, seaside village, as some may call it, based off this little red car system. We've always been connected to the peninsula. The ferry system has made this sustainable, and that we would have movement back and forth. So we love sharing, of course, the ferry system. On our display, we isolate all the different fares from the earlier. So 1910, it was 5 cents to ride. Still operated by the same family, so we're in the third generation. Seymour Beek, his office still stands right next to it, so if you take a ride across, you should stop in and see if he's in. He's an outstanding person in our community. He's a part of our historical society. He's lectured on the early years and is a source of authority because he's been here the whole time year round. So his mother, Carol, established a really unique yacht club designed for children. We have all these little trophies displayed. They're perpetual, and kids every summer gather on South Bayfront to compete in various sporting good things such as diving, sabot races, and they just learn the value of leadership. It's run by children, so the Commodore is a young student in high school, and they look forward to the annual banquet where they will be given these awards. It was established in 1922, so it's a long-term tradition here, and families are very proud of their involvement. So we have history in the making display. We highlight some of our local families, the Crockers, the Jennings, the Smiths, the Spencers. All have played different roles. Developers real estate, volunteer fire chief, as you see he was a character. Crockers is still operating down the way on Marine Avenue with the fire station as their inspiration, serving hot dogs and brats and a number of things. But as you can see, this is just an aerial design, 1939. Claude did this rendering. Something's never changed. We love that this personifies the area as being pier fishing, sailboat races, sunbathing, surf. Some things are just essentially will be stable, and people will come here as an all year round playground. So we love that this is something that was done during the war years even, and it just held true to the current century. So a lot of distinguished homes, so you'll notice various architectural styles. Early years there wasn't a code, so we have definitely seen some change. A lot of the beach cottages have been developing into new types of homes, but there are still homes like this one that remember the past, built in 1913, and it's been modernized and with all of its amenities, but retains the features of the original. So we love that people are able to retain the heritage of the homes, and we have an actual plaque program that keeps the integrity of some of the properties alive. You'll see that some of the plaques bear our name on them, and it's just a recognition program. So various years of construction, but very unique. So architects from around the world are known to come here and study our style, which is fantastic. So when you arrive at our museum, we hope to greet you with a big smile and offer you this booklet and tour all these rooms as we're doing today. We hope that you have a chance to visit with family and friends. It's really important to know your heritage, and so again, our heritage is here with Collins Island, a rendering of what it looked like. It was later moved in the 50s, and we believe was actually destroyed. But we remember the man who established this area. Collins Avenue still bears his name, so all the other streets are jewel tones. This room is dedicated to scrimshaw, nautical artwork, Americana is the theme here. So we have First Ladies and the entire collection of Madame Alexander. A local nautical man by the name of Bill Stewart is showcasing his scrimshaw here. and he rescued that telescope from the FDR's Potomac that was sunk in Barbados. So he's a World War II veteran and has been sailing for many, many years, and it's part of his personal collection. So as you can see, many of our images are local, but they're contributed by our visitors and the community itself, so that's how we grow our displays. So we wouldn't be Balboa Island without our Hollywood history. So we've had some really amazing notables, such as Buddy Epson, who resided on South Bayfront. Many would remember him in his early role of Captain January with Shirley Temple, who was also known to have lived here with her parents and grandparents. So this film is really outstanding. It was also filmed here, so we have the actual film poster and some others notables. Errol Flynn was known to frequent the area, so we have some amazing ties to the area, along with none other than John Wayne, who also docked his boat locally called the Wild Goose. It was a former minesweeper. Lived on Duke's Point, but he was known to go to the Shanghai Pine locally and dine there, and they even have a portrait of him standing to this day. The owners did an oral history with us to showcase how this Hollywood tie was always there, and so the owner sang a Chinese opera song to him to his party when he visited some time ago, and so the tradition still holds. When the owner's in, Mr. Lee, people sometimes make that request to sing, so it's really quaint. We've had a lot of this presence of Lucy and Desi Arnaz, Dr. Boat, the Desi Lou down here as well. We have the naming of Balboa Island is connected with the street jamboree because there was a national jamboree, and in 1953 all the scouts gathered, and so this once quiet area was bustling with little scouts. We now offer scouting programs for young men and also Girl Scouts, but we realize that the heritage is always there. This is Raleigh Pulaski, who grew up here a little before and after, so him in 47 when the home was created, and now a contemporary image of him who was as an architect. We once had a Bob's Big Boys, we had Jolly Roger, Amelia's restaurant, Dad's Balboa bars, frozen bananas, still here. And a very important part of the island culture, of course, are these quintessential desserts. So it's delicious. You should come by and eat one and learn the history of the frozen banana. We showcase it in part with these displays here, but our gift shop up front has the entire history of where it started at the Arizona and the Chicago State Fairs, and was later imported to the area, to the peninsula first, and then to the island. So we love to showcase some great images and make that Arrested Development tie as you know it, and share a little bit of the history. So we just love bringing in the community. We showcase the displays and all the new exhibits that open, but we do summer events, so you don't want to miss out. We do art classes for kids and adults of all ages. So if you're looking for something fun to do, this is the perfect place to bring your family and friends. You want to take a look at our event calendar. We do lectures. We have an upcoming film screening. Visit our website, balboaislandmuseum.org, to see all the latest information. And we just hope you have some great times here. So our patio is open to the public. We want to make sure that you know it's for you guys. So this whole area couldn't be funded without the community. The city does support us financially, but the rest is by contributions like the locals. So the islanders and the Newport Beach residents make this space possible. So we hope that you can come and enjoy this with family and friends and make some new memories and maybe some history. So thanks for visiting.
All right. Henry, how about a big H? Henry, right here. Henry, where's our big bucket up front? Three. Here you go. Need you to put this.
That's a tiny one.
It's a piece of pie.
We got 4 of them.
Okay, here you go. Let's put it right here. Here. Just push it gently. There you go.
I have a good idea. Really good.
11:40 maybe?
It is 20 to
11:40.
Thank you. This, and then I was gonna try and carve a 7 ABC. And Henry.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Start. Well, this is how it starts. Where's your 1, 2?
Need help?
I do. How many points on the stars? He's got.
You got those down?
Some fell down.
No. We don't want it to fall down. Have you had your fill of Balboa bars and?
Yeah.
I'm really fortunate that the house behind us.
Really?
So it's kind of like now I get to do my stuff.
Oh, that is an awesome star. Look at that.
All right, Henry, is this what you wanted? Owner of sandcastlekit.com, doggy walk bags, and dad, yeah,
Tell me,
and wrestling coach.
Tell me what you guys are doing out here.
Well, today we are we're doing one big build, and then we have got a lesson going on with 3 islanders.
Tell me about the lessons.
What we do is
Are you making another one?
what we do on our lessons is that we introduce how to build the basics of a sandcastle. So we try and let the kids learn the basics. So once they can go to any beach and build a sandcastle.
Why do you do this?
That's fun. It's we've got plenty of sand, plenty of raw resources here. The water, beach. People enjoy looking at them after we're done. So we have a rule: we don't knock them down, so they can come by and see them. It's good exercise. It's using the left and right side of the brain. A little artistic, a little math. You get the thing up and built, and then carve it out the way they want it.
And what's the reaction from
I'll
the
tell you
kids?
what I've got.
Well, I think they're happy, but you should probably have to ask them. For myself, I try and build a castle about once or twice a week, and I relate it to like playing golf. You know, it's good 6-7 hours out there, and get to build something up, and then after you do the build up, you carve away, and every week is a different theme. If there's nothing going on newsworthy that week, then it just gets to be a sandcastle. No, I was born and raised here.
Oh, I thought you just moved in.
We just moved into this house.
Okay.
It's 5 feet away from the beach,
Okay.
which is really cool because now it's. I mean, I can wake up and see it. Then I can also look at the sandcastle and see people's reaction, which is there are probably hundreds of people that take their picture with the sandcastle.
And what do you like specifically about Balboa?
Well, I like the sand, since that's what it's made out of. But growing up here as a kid, didn't know how nice we had it. Surrounded by water. The water this year is so warm. It's fairly clean. The boat, any activity that you want, you can just lay out. I think what makes this island a little bit different is you've got a mix of retail. So there's the downtown Marine Avenue, and then you've got the ferry and the residents. The residents really do make the island. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Sure.
You can put the hat back on, get it out of the sun.
Again, you
Love those
always
pictures.
impress us with your photographs. It's amazing. Hey, we want to thank you for joining Eyewitness News this morning at the beach. To celebrate this weekend, Leslie Lopez headed to Balboa Island in Newport Beach to check out all the fun things to do there this summer. And check this out. This is Chris Crossan. He sculpted this amazing ABC7 sandcastle. That's pretty neat. I wonder how long that took.
job.
We want to thank everyone down there for your support and your hospitality.
That is it. That's artwork to be able to
pretty
get
neat.
that
really is
sand
good.
to stick up there.
And it's not true. David Ono ran in there and knocked it all down. Didn't happen. Did not happen.
One of his triathlon runs.
Say that right now. Yeah, of course, he's running through with how buff that he is.
Would you like to live here? If so, give me a call and we'll turn your dreams into reality.